Let's get to exercise 1, creating volumes. So our first task is to create a simple volume using the disk what? Management. So how do you create a simple volume? Everybody knows that. Is that not correct? Okay. With Windows 8.1, we all have the start menu. So we right click, we go to disk management. Or you can also create an MFC console. Is that not correct? You can create an MFC console as well for you to fix on that. Okay, that's the disk management. Is opening. It's connecting to disk services, virtual disk services. So we'll just wait for it to load up. Okay, we're asked to create 5,103 megabytes. And we're supposed to use the wizard. The name of the volume should be simple volume. Okay, I'm going to delete this. This was actually the extended partition I created, right? Okay. Now, for example, we currently have. Okay, so we should create a simple volume on disk 2. We don't have disk 2 yet. Do we have disk 2? We only have what? Disk 0, right? So what I want us to do now, I'm going to shut down this computer. I'm going to add another physical disk. Are you getting me? But just a minute. I would have loved to use a different disk, but it's like I'll be running faster than you guys, but it's fine. But let me just show you that. Okay. Since I don't want us to go through the stress of adding a physical disk, you can actually create a virtual hard drive, and of course it will appear here as a disk. Disk 2. No, let's attach the disk. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to shut down my system. I'm going to go to start menu. I'm going to shut it down. Now restart. I'm going to shut it down. So it's supposed to be shut down. Okay, here's my third one. I'll select SSD. My second one. My third. So I'm going to take the last one now, which is the fourth one. So that will be HDD what? But in total, how many disks do you have actually? 5. Thank you very much. So that you don't assume as it's 4 on the day of your exam. Any of you who is finished creating yours, you can make sure they are all attached, make sure they are all converted to the solid state button is checked. Then you can boot up your computer. I'll meet you there. So mine is almost done. Just going to leave it to run through. Okay, and that is it. Checked, confirmed everything is checked. That's my Windows DVD image, and that's my so I don't think I'll be working with the image anymore, but I'm just going to leave it just because of the students in the afternoon, but you can always take it out. The rest of it you can actually take your image out, but I'm leaving mine because of the students in the afternoon. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to click on OK, and I'm going to confirm on the dashboard on the virtual box manager that I have all the 4 disks created. Did you see them? Yeah, if you notice, if you look at your SATA port, it actually identifies how many disks? 5. Is that not correct? It actually identifies 5 because of your DVD as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on Start, and my Windows is going to boot up, and I will confirm that I have 5 disks on my computer system. So I'll just leave it to boot up. Now, let's confirm that we have, right click and go to disk management. Let's confirm we have all 5 disks, all 4 disks displayed on our screen. Are they all displaying? Now you see, because you just attach them, the computer will automatically want you to initialize them. Now we all know the difference between the 2 records there, right? The 2 partitions there, right? What's the difference? What's the difference between the 2? We have master boot record, we have what? If you notice on the note below, it says the GPT partition star is not recognized by all previous what? Versions of Windows. So it means that only Windows 8.1 can support GPT. Is that not correct? Now, if I wanted to click, if I clicked on GPT, it's supported. If I click on MBR, it's also what? Supported. But if these volumes were probably larger volumes, definitely I would go for what? GPT. Are we together? But it's fine, let's just take the default, okay? We'll click OK. And the disk will be initialized. And they will become what? Online. Did you see them? Do we have all the disks displayed?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, let's go back to our practical session. It says, task 1, create a simple volume by using the disk management. We should create a simple volume from disk 2. The simple volume should be 5,103 megabytes. So how do we go? We look for disk 2. Is this disk 2? Yeah? Is this disk 2? So let's click on disk 2, right click. You see the word simple volume. But did you notice that when you right click on simple volume, there's quite a number of disks that appeared. Options. Normally you only have one option that usually appear on your computer, right? You now discover the span volume appeared, the stripe volume appeared, and the mirrored volume. Do you know? Who can tell me why? Because you have the presence of what? More than one what? Disk. So there's a tendency that the administrator or whoever is managing this computer probably want to create a RAID. Are you getting me? So probably I want to create a RAID 1. I'll probably go to what? Mirrored volume. Okay, let's go with the wizard. We go to simple volume. We'll click on next. And we type 5,100 and what? 3. We'll click next. Okay, we accept the default. Click next. Now the volume label should be simple what? Simple 1. Okay, so we'll come in here. You type simple 1. Then we'll click what? Next and finish. and that simple volume will be created on disk 2. Is the volume set up?
Yes, sir.
We can actually see it from the top as well. It says simple 1. It's online, it's healthy, and things are working nice. Okay, what I want us to do, we can minimize it, or you can close it, but I just want you to minimize. We can minimize it. Okay, now let's go to PowerShell. Go to PowerShell. And run, right click and run as administrator. Okay, for PowerShell, we're going to create a partition in disk 3. Remember, we only create a partition in disk what? In 2, not 1. We created it in disk what? 2. So now we want to create it using command prompt in disk 3. So the first option is to type the word get dash disk space dash number 3 space new dash partition size 5 gig, format dash volume space confirm $sign false. File system space ntfs dash new file system label simple 2. Have you done that? Have you done that? So press enter. Coming. I'm coming. I'll make the correction now. Just a minute. Okay, type the word get disk first. Type the word get disk. Type the word get disk. Type the word get disk, then press enter. Then you can bring back your command by typing the arrow key, the up arrow key of your keyboard. The up arrow key of your keyboard. Still not getting the same parameters. Stop talking, stop talking, stop talking. Okay, write the command the way I've put it in place. Just follow the same way it is on your book. Just follow the same way. I actually put a space in between the 5 formats before. This was actually what was missing from here. So do that now and the changes will appear immediately. So what I'm going to do, just for the sake of those who are not following. Okay, I'm going to come here and delete it. Okay, I'm going to go back and start afresh. I'm going to start afresh. So it's get dash disk, press enter. Then you type get disk space minus number space 3. Excuse me. You put the I in the middle. Not I. It's a symbol. The symbol on underneath forward slash or backward slash. Yeah. The symbol underneath is a symbol. New dash partition space dash size. Then you put 5 gig bracket open bracket close space format with same symbol again. Format dash volume space. They are there. It's written It's written like that in your book, the manual. I don't know why I should be reading myself out. -5 system space NTFS space. After NTFS is a space. Then you have the dash new. There's no space. It's dash new. File system label space system simple 2. Then you press enter. It will automatically create the volume. Now by the time I go back again to my computer system, you'll notice 5 gig it's already created. Okay. So let me go to the next. Now, if you notice, simple 2 does not have a later. Yes or no? It does not have a drive later, right? So the next thing we're going to do is to set the partition with a later. So we're going to set it with a later. So let's go back. We'll go back to the command prompt. We're going to set the later now. So we'll type set dash partition space disk number space 3 space partition number. Now the partition number will be what? You said? Which hard drive is full? Now X will be, excuse me?
Where did you say the space will be? Because our thing is...
They are all there. They are all there. This is...
Is that the space?
Yeah. NTFS space minus, they are all there. Look at what I'm writing.
Yeah, but I'm doing it the same way. I did it the same way. Like
if I come there now, there's one thing you're doing wrong. Okay, now X represents the result from the first. So X will be what? Simple what? Will be 3, right? X will be 3. And space dash new drive later what's the drive later? H. Is that not correct? Now let's go back. Let's see. Let's go back to the disk management. Let's see if you have the refresh button here. Okay, the drive later has now appeared.
Exactly. I don't want you to shout.
Okay, you type 1, yes.
I want you to shout.
What is it?
It's exactly like you said.
No space.
Now if you go back, excuse me. Now if you go back to your storage space now, you'll see the drive H has appeared. So instead of typing disk 3, partition 3, you put 1 because that's the only drive there. That's the first one. There's only one partition we have. So you put number 1, then you put H. Get disk. There's no space. Is there any space in
No, I
between
fixed it
this?
on the previous one. You shouldn't have taken it away. So I'm going
Okay.
to show you because I fixed it there.
Okay.
Take that one away.
Yes.
You said
New
most,
partition.
You said most, there is no space here.
Yeah. Wait. I'm watching this. I'm looking at this. I'm not looking at what you. I'm looking at what is in your book. Okay. And that's it. Okay. Format. New space. Confirm. $sign. Force. Space. File system. NTFS. NTFS. After NTFS is a space.
So the space.
That's a space.
Let's move. Let's move.
Still problem. Let me see. New file system. New file system. No. You have to do this first. You have to get this first.
Get this.
Yeah.
And then after.
That one. You don't have enough capacity. It means that you have probably created it already. It's already created already.
Why did you put that error? It's created already. That's what I don't understand. You shouldn't have created
Because
it.
you have created it already before.
But I mean, the first time I pressed,
Yes.
it just came red. Like it came red. That's what I mean. So the shadow is with me. Just go and check out your drives. It's not created. It's just management. Showing. But why is he giving the red? It's also
That's correct.
now it's fine.
Okay, guys, that is for the partitioning. The next step now is to resize volume. Is to resize the volume. Okay, is to resize the volume. We're going to disk 2 now. We're going to use the computer management to resize the volume. So we go to disk 2. If I catch you talking, I'll send you out of my class. I just want to see one person talking, then I'll send you out of the class. If I didn't ask you to talk, or I didn't ask you to communicate, if I catch you, I'll send you outside. Just looking for one person. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to task 3 now. I'm going to resize the simple volume by using the disk management. Okay, I'm going to, of course, I'm the disk management now, so I'm going to resize the volume by creating an extended volume of 500 megabytes. So I'm going to right click now. I'm going to right click on the simple volume. I'm going to say extend what? Extend what? I'm going to click next. Okay. On the extended volume wizard, I'm going to select on disk 2, which is selected. I'm going to take how many? How many are we supposed to extend? 500. Is that not correct? So I'll select 500. I'm going to say 500. And I'm going to click on what? Next. And finish. Now remember we had 4 point something here before. Is that not correct? So that's what we just did now. We just extended the volume. Are we together? There's a difference between an extended volume and what? An extended what? Partition. Are we together? What we created was not an extended partition. What we created now was what? Extended. We extended the volume, meaning we took out of here. Are you getting me? To this place. Are you getting me? And left the rest that is what? Unallocated.
Extended partition is you take out from the 2.5.
Yeah, then you make an extended partition is its own drive on its own. Yeah. Yeah. The next step is to resize a volume using the using the command prompt. So let's go to PowerShell now. Let's resize the volume. Let me scroll down so that I can go to the bottom. So I'm going to say CLS. Let me scroll my screen up. Okay. Now in this case, we're going to resize the volume for what disk? Disk 3. Is that not correct? Where we created 5 gig, right? Is that not correct? So we're going to resize it. So type get partition. That's number 4. Number 4. We are number 4 now. Number 4. Task number 4. Okay, type get partition. Get dash partition. Press enter. Do you see all the partitions you have on your computer? So what partition are we looking for? Partition 3, right? Which is having drive letter what? H. Is that not correct? Okay, type resize. Type resize dash partition space disk number 3, sorry, space disk number space 3 space partition number number 1, because if you had space 1, if you had 2 partitions or 3 partitions within a drive, it will also show it there. Are you getting me? Let's say, for example, if we're actually doing disk O, we have 2 partitions there. Is that not correct? So I will probably select number 2 for resizing. Are you getting me? Instead of 1. But in the case of disk number 3, we only have how many partitions there? 1. Are we following? Okay, so I'm going to type 1 space dash size space 5.5 gigawatts And you close it. So press enter. So that is done. Now type. Now look at it. It's 5 gig now, right? That's the size, right? You notice here it's 5 gig, right? Is that not correct? This drive is the one that has the simple 2, right? Okay, now let's type get partition and let's see what's going to happen. Get partition. Let's see what it's going to display. What does it display now? Does it display 5 points? Does it display 5 gig or 5.5? Exactly. That's what we mean by resizing the volume using the command prompt. In the disk management, we extended it. Are we together? In the disk management, we extended to add more, right? Of 500, we added more of 500 megabytes, right? But in the command prompt, we did what? Extended. We resized the volume, meaning we are changing the size. So when we go into the command prompt, we are changing it. So by changing it, we are extending it as well on the computer system. Now, if you go to your disk management, you'll notice it has changed to 550. Remember, you had 3 gig remaining, right? So you have 2.50. Here you had about 500. You have 280 something. Now we took 5 out of this to add to this. We're left with 2.53. Okay. Yes.
Also, like reduce it to
you cannot reduce a partition, you can only add to it. If a partition is already created, Jimmy, go outside. The two of you go outside. Now, go outside. Go outside. Now, go outside. Take your laptop, just go outside. Go outside. Hurry up. Go outside. Go outside.